Hello, welcome to Play by Play. My name is Sean Bouchard. It is Monday, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. This is an extra special bonus episode of Play by Play because there's no Mostly Walking tonight because Day 9 is traveling back home, I think, from recording all weekend. So since I'm here, I thought I'd do some streaming, and this seems like it'll be fun. If you haven't seen the show before, this is I'm basically just gonna play a game and talk about the experience design of it while I play. Let me check this audio down a little bit. I don't know, something like that. Tell me if that sounds good. So I'm going to play this game. I'm going to talk about the experience design, what it feels like to me as a player, and where I think some of the design decisions come from. At the end of each segment's going to be like 30-40 minutes, unless I forget, and then it'll go longer. At the end of each segment, I'll take a question about the game. So if you have questions throughout, post them in the chat, and the mods will collect those and give me one at the end of the segment. And then I'll do a few segments of the game. This isn't a very long game, so we might even finish it. And then at the end, I'll do a segment of Q&A that I'll just take questions from the chat about the game or games in general, or whatever. So I think that's how it's going to go down. Let me know if the game still sounds loud. Yeah, I think we're just going to get started. So this is, before I get started, I guess, this is Among the Sleep. Oh, it's telling me things. Oh, it's giving me, okay, so I don't, good. This is Among the Sleep. I know next to nothing about this game except that I saw a trailer, and the trailer looked awesome. It looked kind of like creepy. Like this, I get the sense that this is like a creepy horror game, not like, maybe not a like scream out loud sort of. It's not like a Resident Evil zombie horror game, or even like a Silent Hill psychological horror game like a Nevermind, but I think it's like high on the creepy factor. And you play as a toddler. You play as like a very, very small person who gets out of your crib and wanders around in the creepy night. So I'm excited about that. I really, really like the idea of playing as an infant. I feel like that's a well, probably not an infant, but as like a toddler, as a very young person. I like that kind of non-traditional protagonist. I think that's really exciting. We'll see how well the game pulls it off. So yeah, this is kind of helpful, right? It's going to give me controls right up front. Control to crawl and stand. I assume that's a toggle. Space to climb. Click and drag to interact and open doors and drawers. Okay, so it's mostly WASD and mouse. Let's go. Let's be a baby. Oh, this is a trippy way to start. This is, I feel like maybe this is me coming out of a dream. There's something like kaleidoscopic about this. Did you finish your drink already? Ah! Wonderful.
Careful. It might break.
That was kind of beautiful.
Now it'll only be a minute. Mommy just has to make sure that the cake is perfect.
Okay, so I can do this. I can sort of like control things a little bit. There's some physics, right?
Let's see.
I can
there and
demonstrate
there.
my mastery of this abacus.
Oh, look at you. You're so adorable in your tiny footed pajamas.
So look at all the world building that's happening here, right? Narratively,
Happy
graphically,
birthday, sweetie.
I'm 2,
Wow,
right?
2 years today. Oops. I think I know a little someone who's ready for some cake. Chugga 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 choo choo. Here it comes through the tunnel.
So far, I love this. Right, I haven't had any real interaction so far, except for looking around.
Right back.
Which feels pretty good. I feel like I'm getting to role play this character. Holy shit, what's going on? It's constraining my my mouse, my like field of action.
Hey, you.
Gets smaller. And now it's widening back out a little bit.
Look what I found. I wonder what it is. Why don't we go upstairs and find out?
What? Why did she leave and go to the door scared?
How much cake
and come
did you
back with a
have?
present? This is like wonderfully terrifying. Like it's just creepy. Right? It's setting up a really nice tone of I don't know what the fuck is going on. But there's... that is lovely. That is lovely with those particle effects. And oh god, I love that effect. The room getting darker. I kind of like the combined... particle effects, right, are very, very distinct and very obvious, but it's also playing with the lighting, so the room overall gets really, really dark as we go out of it. Those two effects layer on top of each other really nicely. Locked doors. They're gonna be locked doors. God, it's so weird to see the world from this perspective, right?
Now let's see what's
Like, and part of it is disconcerting. I can see how this is like... this feels very strange, and it might take you out of the game a little bit.
Okay, sweetie. Be a dear and play for a bit. Mommy will be right back.
I really like how this is scripted. Like, just this intro narrative. How they do a really good job of teasing you, which is, of course, a like fundamental horror thing, right? Giving you glimpses at things, letting you foreshadowing what's going to come. Okay, so I don't currently have a sense that I'm on a timer. I feel like it's probably going to give me a chance to explore a little bit. So I can get down and crawl around, and I can stand up, and I'm slower, I think, when I stand up, but I can reach higher. So that seems like that's going to be the trade-off. All right, and then I can climb things. What kinds of things can I climb? Not those things. Maybe other things. I think I'm gonna crawl through there in just a second. So what happens if I hit escape? That's amazing. That's an amazing detail. That like pause screen. Oh my god. Okay, I already love this game. Like, I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I don't know. I've heard mixed things. I've heard that like it's gotten pretty good reviews, but I've heard that it doesn't do a great job of role-playing, letting you role-play as a toddler. I'm not seeing that at all. I think that it's fantastic so far. I mean, it hasn't made me do much. I haven't done much yet. It's just been this intro cinematic, but it's got such attention to detail in the way that it is sort of trying to bring me into the world, draw me into this perspective of a 2-year-old, which I appreciate so much. And it is super weird. It is super weird to like get carried around and to have that there's a foreshortening perspective thing whenever she leans close and like her head gets really big. And I don't know if that's like a weird camera effect or if that, I mean, I don't think that's what people look like to children, especially. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It does give me, it makes me feel, you know what it makes me feel like? It makes me feel like I'm like an old-fashioned scuba diver in a dive suit, right? In like a full-body dive suit with a like BioShock style, with a glass like face mask that I'm looking through. I feel like I am inside the body of a toddler. I don't feel like a toddler, but I'm kind of reveling in the experience of being embodied like this. I think it's really, really cool so far, and the hands I adore that detail, that you know, the suggestion that for a toddler, for a 2-year-old, what does it mean to pause the game? It's, you know, hide behind your hands. Okay, so I'm already in love. This is great. This is super, super charming. Did the blocks spell out something? No, they didn't. Okay. That's a little bit too, you know, lost. Alright, so I can control. Crawling is faster than walking. Was that me giggling or did something giggle at me? I'm gonna stand up. Where can I climb? Oh, I can climb up here. Great. And like the fact that I have a body, I don't know. I guess it's been a while since I played a first-person shooter, like a modern first-person shooter, and really paid attention to it. But are you typically embodied these days in first-person shooters? I'm kind of used to there being less of an emphasis on it. And again, like, it's really weird, right? Like, my body moves in a really weird way, and the animations don't quite line up with the world, and like there's weird stuff there, but it feels like, it makes it feel kind of weirdly fantastic. I feel super embodied. I feel like I have this body in a way that I don't normally feel in games, or at least in some games I don't feel. Some games are about like making you into a camera, and that's okay. Like, that's what the game is about. This is not. This is very much about like making you aware of the fact that you're in this tiny little body. I can push objects. Do better. No, you suck. There you go. Yes! 2 points. Okay, how about this? Bam, that's a strike. Yes, I got an achievement for it. Love that. Love that. Okay, so I don't move faster when I'm crawling and I press shift, but if I stand, then I can run. Kinda. Oh, look at this shiny button. Did you guys see the button flash? Right? In a kind of BioShock Infinite way? There, it just did it again. So it's pretty subtle here compared to like BioShock Infinite, but it's definitely the kind of thing that if you're looking, you know, at a scene like this, or if you're looking from across the room, right, it's gonna draw your eye just every once in a while. You're gonna see that, and then you're gonna look at it, and you're not gonna know what you were seeing necessarily because it doesn't do it very frequently. This game is not super afraid. I can't move the train. This game isn't super afraid to break diegesis to sort of give you instruction, or even just to make the experience smoother. So we're playing Shelter on Wednesday. We started with Shelter last Wednesday. I'll continue playing it next Wednesday. And that's a game that seems to have more hesitancy around like taking you out of the world. It doesn't like to give you hints that aren't like embedded in the world. Whereas I feel like this game is less concerned about that. It doesn't care if you're totally sucked into the world. Like, again, like my body feels really weird and the camera sometimes feels really weird. It's not about feeling like totally in the world. It's about creating this experience. I'm trying to climb the bookshelf and it doesn't work. It's about creating this experience where I feel I get something out of being a toddler, right? Yeah. Oh God, I'm like so toddler smart. I know how to do this stuff. I know how to climb up on things. Wait, there's nothing in the box. What happened to the bear? I know there was a bear in there. Creepy, right? Disappearing bear. Okay, because I can run. I'm gonna run across here. I just want to look in the toy chest. Oh shit!
Hey, you found me.
Holy shit! It's the creepy bear. What? What?
Eddie, nice to meet you. Hey, what's your name?
I want to answer.
Not much
My
of a
name's
talker
Sean.
yet, eh?
Oh no. Okay, good. In game, I do
Let's
not
play
talk.
a game.
Jesus, why is there a scary bear?
I know. I'll hide the pink elephant while you're not looking.
Which pink? Where's the pink elephant?
Come here. Turn around and cover your eyes.
Press escape to cover your eyes. The fact that like pause action is built into the scripting of the game.
There. You can look now.
Okay. Oh, see, he like moves over. That's kind of awesome. That's kind of awesome. I kind of love everything about this. Holy shit, guys. Like, why didn't I know this game was great?
You found it.
So I have to touch it to signal that I found it. Like, it's not hard to find. It was pretty obvious. Like, that's...
Wow.
Okay, so the game signals...
Is that the music box? Does it work?
Yeah, no, that works pretty well. I'm always curious how games handle pausing in the middle of conversation, spoken dialogue. And this handles it okay. Right, that was a really, really simple puzzle. I mean, like, that was sort of technically a puzzle, but they give you so many cues. Essentially, like, he's walking away from the place that the elephant is hidden, and you can pretty much see the elephant without, like, having to move. Like, it's right there. And it's pink, right? It's a pink elephant. Like, if it was brown, then you might see something brown behind the toy chest and not necessarily know for sure that it's an elephant. But there's no quite, like, it's bright pink. So, you know, this feels very playful, right? It feels like a friendly play, like toddler play. Like, yeah, that kind of very easy. What are you looking at, Bear? Are you looking at this music box?
That's a nice melody.
He freaks me out how his mouth doesn't move. Why do I have a walking bear in my room?
What's this?
It's a book.
5 thirsty animals upon a dry hill.
Strafe so well for a baby.
We could use a drink, they sang and started to drill. Unless we reach water with our newly dug well, I think we'll have to bid each other fare thee well.
So there's a narrative tension here, right? This is, again, pretty common in this style of creepy game, where first of all, I come in with some foreknowledge. I know that this game is going to be creepy because that's what the trailer told me. And it's also established pretty early on in like the pre-title cinematic, and especially in the title sequence where like we've got all of these clouds of dark smoke and stuff. Like there's creepy stuff going on. Also with the doorbell ringing, and she looks terrified and she goes to the door and like the world gets all wavy. Like clearly there's weird shit going on in this world. And then this bear appears and starts talking to me, which is super creepy, right? Like this is the focal point of the creepy, at least so far. Now the bear is being extremely friendly, and the bear is establishing a rapport of friendship with me in order to subvert the feeling of creepiness that I have. Right? He's not hostile in any way. He's not like threatening. He just wants to play with me, and he plays with me in a friendly way. He plays easy games. He reads me this book. Like this feels very. The fact that I'm following him around and actually interacting things.
How do you start it?
Oh, I already know this. I already did it. The fact that this is interactive, I would argue, adds to the rapport, right? Like interactive media is really good at building rapport with characters because rather than just showing you what the characters do, it has you actually participate in a relationship.
Round and round and round.
See, the fact that I pressed that button and I like did this for the bear.
Pick me up and carry me on your back. I want to show you something.
God, I'm afraid that he's going to turn creepy at some point.
We need someplace very dark. How about your closet?
It's the mouth that doesn't move, and like the sort of dead eyes, the plastic eyes, which is a great use of Uncanny Valley. Like eyes always look freaky in you know, especially low budget CG. But here it like really benefits it. God, I don't want to go in here with a bear on my back.
It has to be darker. Shut the doors completely.
Oh, God. Just before I do this, like see how pleasant
Shut the doors
room
completely.
is. With the lights and the stars on the ceiling and the like music box. It's really, really, really nice.
I hope there are no monsters in here. If you ever feel scared in a dark place like this, you can hug me tightly. You might feel a little bit safer.
How do I... Oh God, press F to hug. Ooh. Ooh, hugging produces light. Well, okay. That does make me feel a little bit oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, alright. No, that's not necessarily blood. Right? Right? Where the fuck am I? This is my closet?
We're supposed to be here. We must be careful. I don't like this.
Okay, so this is a toggle. I don't have to hold F. And I'm probably gonna have to... Can I crawl? No. I can't... Wait, what's that light over there? Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go... Right, so I can stop hugging the bear, and then I'm just illuminated by this super creepy light. I'm going back to the bear, okay? Even though I don't totally trust this bear, it is way better. That is non-language, right? Or... I don't think that's language. It's not language that I understand.
Hear that?
There you are. What are you doing in the closet? Oh, are you playing with your new friend?
Hello, Mr. Bear. Nice to meet you. How are you today?
You've got to stop hiding from Mommy. I hope you had a good birthday, hun. Mommy would be very sad if you didn't. And now it's time for bed.
That's a neat effect where, like, because of the way that this works,
you can wake up
you can
early
see the back of the
and play
closet.
with your friend all day. Every little boy and girl are sleeping now, all over the world. And they're waiting just for you. We shouldn't keep them. Good night, hon.
Kind of a
Sweet.
creepy way to imagine a, like, Jungian shared unconscious, maybe? Is that what that's trying to get at? The sound design in a horror game is super important, right? Like universally. That's such a big part of how it sets a tone. And so this kind of mixture of lullabies and humming and music boxes with weird creaky wind sounds and Jesus, what? Okay, I'm not okay with any of that. One. This is like, Jesus. Oh, and of course the lights go off. Okay, so this is super creepy and like, I'm like, this is great, right? This is great emotional effect. I want to stop for just a second before we get too far and talk about the first closet sequence with the bear, which does a great job of reinforcing both aspects of my relationship to the bear. One, where I don't trust him because, like, he seems like a creepy bear, and this is a creepy game, and there's something weird going on, and he, like, told me to go in the dark closet for an unexplained reason, and then it turns out we were in, like, a creepy place. So, like, there's a high level narrative distrust, right? Like, my narrative sense is tingling. I know this is a setup for something really weird. But at the same time, the layout of that closet, where I couldn't really see unless I was hugging the bear. And then they give me a place where I can stop hugging the bear. And I can navigate now because there's enough light for me to navigate. But when I stop hugging the bear, the, like, environment light is so creepy. The way that it flashes on and off, the way that it's got these really hard shadows, that it's terrifying. And I just want to hug the bear again. That's all I want. And so this is actually helping me as a player develop an emotional relationship with the bear that is contradictory to the sort of narrative sense that I get of, I don't know if I should trust this bear. It's like really nicely done. And I definitely, like, I have strong emotions around the bear is helpful. The bear is, like, good, right? I hope. I don't know. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go towards the terrifying things. Q and E to peek around corners. Do I have to be at a corner? Where are corners? I can't see corners. Q, E, Q, E. It doesn't seem to do anything. I don't, okay. Q and E. No effect. Maybe that doesn't count as a corner. Maybe... Okay. How about... Yeah, there we go. There we go. I am a problem-solving 2-year-old. I have yet to have a VR experience that actually makes me feel like this. But that's sort of, this reminds me of what virtual reality, like head-mounted displays, like Oculus, are trying to get at. This, the way that it actually goes through the animation of my head moving to climb up onto that stool. It's again, like, it's this whole embodiment thing, right? Like, it doesn't necessarily feel natural, but it feels super embodied. Okay. Doors open. Is that, am I gonna regret opening the door? Okay, now I can peek, sort of. I don't know why that counts as a corner now, because the door's open, but I feel gratified that I got some reaction out of the Q and E buttons. Okay. Okay, the, like, shaking, that's a wonderful effect. That's really well thought out. So the vibrating of the washing machine makes me feel like there's something trembling in the room until I, like, actually see what it is. Okay, because I don't want to go in there. I'm gonna look around for a second. This seems unsafe, right? With a 2-year-old in the house? I feel like that's not something you should do. Okay, I'm not, that's too dark. I'm not going that way. I'm gonna go around the creepy door instead. Jesus. I'm trying out the Q and E buttons, but they don't seem to do anything. Okay. I guess I don't need them. Now, I'm attracted to this room because it's lighter. Like, there is a light source here. Is the bear in the washing machine? Is that what's happening? How, can I turn it off? Let's see, let's see. Can I pull the plug? Oh, yes, I am such a smart toddler. I'm so good at this.
Thank you.
What was that horrifying moaning?
Not right. We need to find your mother.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so scared. I'm so scared of having this bear. Okay. I'm gonna pause here. I'm gonna take a short break. Do we have a question that from the chat that I can address before we take a break? No questions yet. Okay. That's fine. If you guys have questions, post them in the chat, and I'll we'll look at one at the end of the next segment. I'll be back in just a few minutes, and I'll see you then.